just go over here.
Who are leaving in a few hours for Ireland. So if we could put ourselves in God's presence.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Your daughter's on this trip a couple years back? Yeah, okay, I was just reading that exactly. Okay.
She got some water.
Eagle Flight 3145 with service to New York Kennedy. If you hold a confirmed seat, please make your way to the B-34 doorway.
Hope we don't get to win.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait. Oh.
Exactly what you need after a long I'll do that for the morning time. By that stage, rooms will all be ready, relaxing. Not sleep too much. Future, excellent, nice. Wait, I'm sorry. All right, did you get what you needed? Yeah. You sure?
Like hot scarf wise, I am.
Thank you.
Just like a bowl of like a beer and like
Be able to print it off in Dublin is just
Okay.
Billy or Pat, you stick down in the back just the pairs of the adults. Just you know, just here. I'll give back of that.
Yeah, fish.
Excellent, everyone. Well, my name's Sean, everyone. I'm your tour director for this tour, and it's a pleasure to lead it. Lovely, lovely tour. We're going to really see as much of Ireland as is possible in the time frame that we have. We've customised tour for you, and we're covering all the really cool spots, everyone. Now, up in the hot seat this morning, doing the driving, is our good friend Mick. Some of you know Mick from before. Mick's waving to you. Family day here. You know, a few wheels back there, Mick. Mick's taking care of us this morning, everyone, on our little trip down to Glendale. So the terrain will change a little bit. You'll see that very, very shortly. There's tops of the hills coming into view there, guys, as well. Real nice. Over to the right-hand side, you just see a cloud nestling on the tops there. All those hills in the Dublin mountain ranges, guys, are about 3,000 feet, in and around 3,000 feet. Last Christmas, the Christmas before, a lot of snow down around here. We usually don't get too much snow in the country because of the temperate climate and the Atlantic Ocean. But last year especially, we got a real lot of...
Anyone can do it, honestly God. Anyone can do it. You can probably walk it on your hands. Now, you've got to do that this morning, guys. I can be here in summer, tour groups. This place packed, you can't move with tour groups. Rainy, wet, you wouldn't see those trees there. Look like those down the other side, not a couple of all this.
Is that a lens cap or a water bottle?
No, the water bottle cap. Well, so we do, which is fine. But mine, I didn't have the number or something, and I don't want reaction.
And you're going to do it this morning on Sunday. It's very, very quiet, so the streets are quieter. You're flowing through the city. You see much more of a city on a Sunday morning tour than any other day of the week, guys. So that's a little bonus for us all. So heading up, you're going to be heading up to the Phoenix Park. Going to see where our president lives, where the U.S. ambassador lives. See some of our lovely memorials up in there. Dublin Zoo's up there too. You'll see the Guinness headquarters, very important in Ireland, and all down through O'Connell Street. You'll be down through there again, and all parts of South Dublin you haven't saw so far, guys. Around the museum area, Nassau Street, real nice part of Dublin too. And you get 2 internal visits, guys. You're going to get to St Patrick's Cathedral, very important. And at the end of the tour, because it's a Sunday, you're going to visit Trinity College, guys, at 12 o'clock, because 12 is when Trinity opens this morning. You'll get in to see the lovely manuscript known as the Book of Kells, one of Ireland's national treasures.
Lots of places open, and a lot of our museums and galleries have free admission, which is really nice. So I know Sean is meeting us down at Trinity College, so he'll probably give you a little bit of briefing as well on, you know, what the plans for the afternoon are.
So Fitzgerald decided it was time to make peace, and they called a truce, but to make it official, the leaders had to shake hands.
Are those the hills we were in yesterday? You can barely see them.
Adam and Eve's was a pub that stood on the site. And during penal times, when Catholics weren't allowed to practice their religion, they would come down to Adam and Eve's on the pretext of having a drink, into a little secret room, and Mass was illegally held for them there. So the locals still call it Adam and Eve's because it's on the site of the old church. All the way along here to the right is Temple Bar. Do you remember we pointed out from the other side, in fact, we were driving behind those buildings earlier on our way up to Christ Church and St Patrick's. So this is the river side of Temple Bar.
Sure. Indeed. Okay, guys, good work in the bags there. Excellent. We're only going to wait here nice and promptly at 8:30. This fine Monday morning. It's a Monday morning, guys. Do you see the school kids going to the school up there behind you? Well, everybody in Ireland, your age, at the front of the bus anyway, are going to school right now. You guys are going effectively on a holiday. It's good, isn't it? Nice feeling that there. Not having to be in the classroom. You'll see all the Irish kids going to school. They have to wear their school uniforms. Do you guys have school uniform back home? Yeah, over here it's pretty much a requirement. All across the board, you have to wear your school uniform. They're very, very fashionable. They're very, very fashionable. So yeah, the classes actually kick off here probably about 8:45, 9 o'clock. I think in America often your classes start a little bit earlier. Yeah. Over here, no earlier in the morning than 8:30. Some of the schools start at 8:30. But this is pretty much still inner city Dublin, but a village within the greater metropolitan area. You'll see what I mean. You'll go past the church here in a second, and one or two little schools there as well. There you go. There's the little ones going into school as well there this morning. 9 o'clock kickoff for them. They weren't dug out, unfortunately. They're going to be ploughed back in very shortly. But I'm going to swing around here. We're going to drive you down into Kilkenny City, guys. Now this is a nice city. It's a small city. It's a city because it's got two lovely cathedrals, but there's a very small population. Guys, the guys can't focus on the hurling. It's their main sport, as opposed to Gaelic football or rugby, soccer, golf. Down here it's all hurling, and the colours here, guys, are black and amber. The guys wear very distinctive black and amber jerseys. So you don't see occasionally about black and amber flags there. There's one on the right hand side beside Biddy Early's pub. A little pub there named after a witch from County Clare. That's a true story, guys. They're coming across the river here. They must have known they're coming down, guys. There's a couple of US flags right in front there. Look to the left, guys. Nice view of the castle. Okay, so that's Norman Castle. Okay, you're going to be inside one of those early afternoon, but in a village about an hour away. And they also have a big brewery down here, down the river. Produce Kilkenny Ale, A-L-E, ale. Is it like a red beer? Look at these nice little shops, very quaint. A nice little feel to it here, guys. You know that you're more of a village rather than a big city. And Puckfada on the right hand side. Puckfada, see the name of the pub there, guys, on your right. That's a competition. That's a competition where you get a hurling stick. Okay, so a hurling stick, guys, is like an ice hockey stick, with a little bit of a different base to it. And the Puckfada is a competition that they have in the mountains, where the guys go with the hurling sticks and the ball. The ball's made of leather, not as hard as a baseball, and they try to hit the ball across a course of about 5 miles, and the least number of shots to the destination wins. So they do it in mountainous areas, only in Ireland. So Puckfada is a competition, a Gaelic competition in the mountains. A hurling stick, a hurling ball, and about 15 or 20 competitors lashing the hurling ball over the top of the mountains. So it's like a sort of uncivilized version of golf, something like that.
It really looks like a castle there, doesn't it?
It is a castle kitchen. Giant stones.
Really? You can look here. Oh. Take a look.
about this is the effigy of Christ. You see, though this family worked for the English, they were very much Irish by inclination, even at one stage changing their religion to Catholicism. Then next to that, if you can make it out, there are 3 wine goblets. And these are important because they tell us where the family got their name and their money. You see, when they were placed in here by the English, they were known as Fitzwalters. But then the English gave them the job of being the chief butlers to the English crown. Not a bad job, right? All they had to do was prepare and serve the wine to each king or queen on coronation. For this job, they received a 10% levy on all the cargoes of wine imported from France. I need to tell you, they liked the wine a lot, so it made them a fortune. So much so, in order to keep the job and in keeping with the English crown and the money that it made for them, they changed their name to butler. But now, it wasn't uncommon in medieval times for people to choose their surname from their occupation. It's where we get names that still exist today, like Smiths, Millers, Masons, Bakers for their roots. Down there originally were large kennels and stables, but the Butler family put a lot of money into restoring the castle in the 1800s, including building up that lovely house that we see today. Okay? Now, the courtyard had extra protection. See the round tower, flanking towers. Remember, we're on an island, round towers and blue corners, so there's a great view down the river shore. So if they saw any enemy approaching, the soldiers could leave the towers, run along the high walls, and in behind us here are hidden stairs called murals. So the soldiers defending the castle were already in the next courtyard without opening the gates. And they're all pictures, and it's all free for education purposes. We do our utmost to get all the children from the locality in as well. During the year we do workshops with them. They're going to be the ones looking after the castle in the near future, and I think it gives them a sense of responsibility, which is very important. Halloween, this year, Halloween, last year we had a magician. This year we had, do you know the film, the animated film, Hotel Transylvania? We had that up on the walls there, and everybody had to come dressed up, parents and all. As I said, it was all free for them. The Christmas time workshops, that last 2 years, Credit Union and a local place called Queetown, which looks after our trees and forestry, they donated a massive tree here, and all the children came and made their decorations, and the men went on ladders, decorated the tree, and we all sang carols and had fun and dressed up like Santas.
Okay, let's see what else we got.
I want to get down to where the